I don't want to say Campi Flegrei is rambling again, because it's rambling or rumbling all the time. And Vesuvius has joined Campi Flegrei like weeks or months ago. So it's always a Campi Flegrei earthquake swarm and then some isolated ones at Vesuvius. But we're just going through a stronger one again. And before I show you the events above magnitude 1, I want to show you the seismic graph that doesn't even include all of them, but it looks pretty busy. So the news in Italy, where a seismic swarm is underway in the area between Pozzuoli and the western side of Naples, with basically the epicenters being around the Solfatara area again. That's the most active crater of Campi Flegrei, where we also have these hot steam vents, these fumaroles coming that, by the way, have increased in temperature to 97 degrees Celsius from 95, 96 degrees. So something is heating these fumaroles up, these hot volcanic gases that are coming out there. So 6:33 p.m., they were feeling the earthquake swarm the most. That was when it started on Monday. So there were already 14 shocks, and the most intense at that time had a magnitude 2.2. And the Vesuvius Observatory basically also said a sequence of seismic events is underway at Campi Flegrei, and they were also mostly at a depth of 2.7 kilometers. And residents were feeling this earthquake swarm, and as most of the times that's what Campi Flegrei does, these earthquakes came with a roar again, so it could clearly be heard. We once recorded one and it really sounded like an incoming missile hitting, so it's a scary sound. So let's have a look at the current earthquake list. So that is basically Tuesday, November 11th. We have seen 1.2. These are only the ones above magnitude 1 that I'm showing you. There's a lot of smaller ones as well. And then we have another 1.0, another 1.5. But also on Monday, on November 25th, look at Vesuvius, another 2.6. So the Vesuvius ones, they keep getting higher. Or right now, you know, they used to be like a 1.1, but in my opinion, when I look at this, it looks like they're getting higher, because you look at then the previous swarm on the 25th, also Campi Flegrei. And what is interesting this time, on the 25th, Vesuvius and Campi Flegrei together. So that is definitely new. And then let's scroll down the list. What you hear there, sorry, this is Apollo. That's why I'm in an RV, by the way. I had to drive so far 8 hours to a place that can do radiation therapy for Apollo. So I'll be in an RV for a while, I think. So, and if you want to know more about that, I have made a video about this. I'm taking you guys on the tour. So I'll release updates probably on a daily schedule so that you know what's going on. And these are Eddie's ears, by the way. He's sitting on my lap while I'm doing this video. So let's scroll down to November 9th, 2.8 Vesuvius, also a higher one. So we see quite a few in the 2 ranges right now. And I've made a video about this. Can the rumbling, the bradyseism that is going on at Campi Flegrei, can that trigger the earthquakes at Vesuvius, or even worse, can that trigger Vesuvius? So and so. It could be that the bradyseism that is happening, the land that is rising, mostly underneath Pozzuoli, that's that little fishing town that is closest to the Solfatara there, this active crater. I mean, don't forget, Campi Flegrei is different than Vesuvius. Campi Flegrei has multiple craters, between 24 or even more, and it stretches out into the sea as well, and in an area of roughly like 100 kilometers. So Vesuvius is a stratovolcano that really dominates the area. If you're in Naples, if you're on the water, you see Vesuvius. And Vesuvius was believed to be the bad guy, the most dangerous one for a very long time. I mean, we remember what it did to Pompeii, but no, Campi Flegrei is a supervolcano. And many people say, no, it's not a supervolcano. The Italian Institute for Geophysics and Volcanology, the INGV, the Vesuvius Observatory, that observes Campi Flegrei and Vesuvius, they call it a supervolcano, and that's why I call it that. So I'm relating to what they say. They're the experts. In my opinion, of course, there's other descriptions, but let's say if Campi Flegrei has a large eruption, it is a supervolcanic eruption. It could have smaller eruptions as well, but still those would be devastating enough. And now we've started to wonder, since Vesuvius is rumbling, can that bradyseism, that land rise, it's that putting stress on the crust, and can this stress or the seismic waves that are coming from Campi Flegrei, can that trigger the earthquakes at Vesuvius? But the thing is, if we look at the earthquakes of Vesuvius, they're mostly concentrated right underneath the crater of Vesuvius. So that's a little bit, you know, it looks like to me it is really Vesuvius that is causing this. So we don't want to speculate here and thinking, oh, is now Vesuvius erupting or are they both erupting? I've made videos about that. If you're interested in this, look them up. I have playlists for Campi Flegrei and Vesuvius and Italy. So that would, of course, be an absolutely nightmarish scenario for roughly 6 million people that are in the area around Campi Flegrei. In between Campi Flegrei and Vesuvius, there's the city of Naples with over 3 million people in that area. So not a good scenario at all. So let's hope that this is not going to happen, that these two guys are just having a rumbling conversation amongst each other. But what I see from this list that I have shown you here, it's getting more frequent and they're getting closer to each other, and Vesuvius is showing higher magnitudes. And that is what I find a little bit concerning, because it used to be Vesuvius, then a few days break or a week break, then Campi Flegrei. But now they're basically really shaking hands with each other. That is obvious when you look at these lists. So yeah, guys, this was just a quick update about Campi Flegrei. Check out what's going on in Iceland. We have a volcanic eruption going there that wasn't supposed to happen that early. They were thinking it's going to be probably a Christmas eruption, but that volcano always says, hold my beer, I'll surprise you. And it has really surprised everyone, especially with that lava flow that it has sent west towards the Blue Lagoon, threatening the Blue Lagoon defense walls and really burning down the Blue Lagoon parking lot completely and a whole maintenance building for the bus drivers. So there's pictures that pretty much look like end of day scenario. I mean, beautiful pictures. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. They're still busy in Iceland building defense walls, cooling the water, cooling the lava with water. So interesting video there as well. I have just released an update, so it's in the end screen here as well. But check out also, that's Apollo, I'm sorry. Check out also my video why I'm in the RV and what I'm doing. I kind of filmed my travel, so don't expect an editorial masterpiece because I'm really tired. I only had like 3 hours sleep, but I did send that out, and just to give you an overview what happened, since many of you have asked about Apollo, and that's so nice of you. So thanks, guys. I see you in the next one. Bye bye.